stories are more important than gameplay, depending on the
No,
game.
no.
No, no.
Well, it
That's
I am playing the game for the gameplay, not the goddamn like story. Yes, stories is great to have a great story, but if your gameplay is trash, I'm not playing your game, bro.
right.
it
Y-
it
y-
it depends. If we're talking about old games, then the story definitely is more important.
I
But
don't think
modern
so, bro.
games,
I don't think the story is. It's not even more important than old games
If I
because
so
I can't
play,
even.
all them
if
old
I
Final
play,
Fantasies, you telling me that the gameplay was better than was more important than the story?
Yeah, because the RPGs are fun regardless.
RPG's always
That
been the same. You
that
No, it
can't.
ain't.
gameplay.
I know it's some trash RPGs out there, some
There
horrible
is
ones.
there is some trash RPGs, but
That's because that
the
story was
gameplay,
horrible.
the RPG itself has to be good before I can even get into the story. Like I don't. The story can be great all it wants, but if I don't like the fighting system, or if I don't even like the leveling system, I'm not playing it.
Final Fantasy
That's why
15.
I don't play Final Fantasy 12.
Y'all play Final Fantasy 15?
I did, and I beat it.
Do you think it's better than Final Fantasy 10?
Yeah, it's not the same thing. What are you talking about?
It's the RPG. It's gameplay versus story. That's what we're comparing right now.
I mean, it's a different type of gameplay. It's not like 10. It wasn't really an RPG. It was an open world fighter basically.
Right, but it's still gameplay versus
I haven't
story.
played
That's
15, but I played
that's what the
7. But
point
I tell
is.
you, I stopped 7 because I don't really like the fighting enough to continue past the part where I gotta fight rats.
And 15 didn't really have a story like that.
That's
So
the
it's like
point.
it's like a
That's the point
mixture,
I'm
right?
making.
Right. It's like a mixture because the story wasn't good enough to captivate me, but also I stopped even trying to continue the story because the gameplay wasn't good enough for me to keep playing. So it's like,
The point I'm making of Final Fantasy 15 versus 10 is that Final Fantasy 10 is more story heavy than gameplay.
Oh
Final
no,
Fantasy
but
15 is more
10 had a
gameplay than story
better
heavy.
gameplay than 15 did. That's what we saying.
Think so? Nah,
Yeah.
I would go 15 gameplay over 10 gameplay.
No, I would play
see,
10
but I'm a
gameplay over
in
15.
gameplay over most because it's a smooth RPG.
Yeah.
I prefer that style over the newer style. That's why I found Fantasy 7.
Because 16 is like that. 16 is like 15, but I would rather play 10, 13 rather than 16 and 15.
I would rather play 15 gameplay
I mean, to be
and
honest,
have 10
X2 is
story.
a great example of this. I played X2 all the way to the end, mostly because I like how the fighting system worked.
Yeah, X2
Because the
story
story was
sucked.
dope. So
I ain't like that fighting system. I ain't gonna lie.
I think it's the best Final Fantasy fighting system. But
But like you said too, I was very encapsulated in 12 story. They had the old stuff like that, but the gameplay is just no, it's just not it.
right, right. I like 12 story where it was going, but I don't like the gameplay enough to
Like
play
it
it.
started off you playing as a character and you get stabbed in the back and then you go get betrayal
But
and stuff like that. It
why
was
you don't like open
crazy.
world then?
Final Fantasy 12 is open world, which is another reason
No,
I don't
no,
like it.
I'm saying like any open world game like Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild gameplay is one of the best gameplays out there, but it don't really
Because
have a
that's
story.
because that's different. Because then you're getting into world building and level design and all
Yeah,
that kind of stuff.
that takes a
And
whole
for
different
me,
route.
a part of the gameplay is like if we're talking, because then it's not RPG. We're talking about an adventure game. And if it's an adventure game, I need to feel like I'm on an adventure, which open world games don't do for me.
But it's like
Like
like Zelda's gameplay is one of the best gameplays though. Like
it is.
if you're saying that the gameplay is more than the story, then you will like Breath of the Wild.
But that's the thing. Zelda games don't really have a story, and I love most Zelda games
Which
because of
one?
their gameplay.
I mean, Breath of the
All of
Wild
them.
does have a
All of them
story.
is
You have to
crazy.
piece the story together,
All
but
of them is
The
crazy.
only one that
Yeah.
really has a story is Twilight Princess. The
Twilight,
rest of them don't really have a story.
Ocarina of Time got a story.
Yeah, a story that nobody cares about. I don't
no,
care
y'all
what
don't
the heck
care
they
about it
talking about.
now because it's 20 years later. Like,
I ain't care about
nah,
it back then.
nah. If
But like you said, a really
if
good
you're
take
talking about the
is
first
Majora's
time
Mask.
playing it,
Majora's Mask story sucked. It was no story, but the gameplay in Majora's Mask peak.
Whoa,
you don't think it was a story
whoa.
in Majora's Mask?
Majora's Mask is a beautiful story. First of all, man,
It was barely a story in it.
Man,
It was barely a story in it. You dropped down, it was save the world. No, it was no other story.
you had to no. Everybody had their own little story.
Yeah, it
as a
was side
piece of the
story
whole
telling, but we
story.
talking about the big story. Like, no, the big story
The
was
big
go save the
story was
world.
that you had to help all of these people within this amount of time.
But you didn't have to though.
But they're a part. This was the first time side characters had a story. That was the story,
and that's
bro.
what I was saying. People were saying like complaining about side quests. I was like, you ever want to have good side quests in the game? Play Majora's Mask. I play that game strictly for side quests.
The reason why we complain about side quests is because they're usually trash, though.
They
Like,
usually trash.
if
Like
you
Final Fantasy
got
VII, when I'm fighting rats,
if you
what
got
makes you think I want to
good
fight rats?
good side
That's
quests,
12.
then I'll play it. But if you got like horrible side quests, I don't want no side quests.
But like I said, I can play freaking two sticks versus whatever. If the gameplay is fire, the gameplay is fire, bro.
And it don't even have to be like a crazy side quest. Like Final Fantasy X, you off to the side and you got to go win a Blitzball game for Walker's last tournament. Like that would be a side quest, but I'm like, yeah, man, we gotta get this done for bro. But
Y'all like Smash Bros. Brawl story mode over Smash Bros. 5 adventure mode. If we're talking, you like no, I'm right. So that's story over gameplay though.
Yeah, in
No.
that particular game, but
That's
gameplay for
the-
Brawl was garbage.
right,
That's
So
the
I'd rather
point.
play Ultimate.
That's the
thing.
point.
I
That's
was
the
gonna say,
point.
JC, you proved the point because if you told me to go and play one of them right now, I'm not going to just go play Brawl because his story is good. I'm gonna play Ultimate because the gameplay is so good.
But would you play their story mode, ultimate story mode, or Smash
But
or Brawl story
You're-
mode?
the problem is you're segregating, so it's split in two. I'm playing Brawl only for its story, not for its gameplay. But if I were to play for gameplay, I'm only playing Ultimate, not for its story.
Right? That's
So
not the
right
same.
now,
It sounds like the story more important to me. That's all I'm saying.
No, that's not the same as what we saying. You trying to mix it up.
It sounds like the story mode more important to me.
No, we just gave you multiple games where the gameplay
because
was way more important.
like here's the thing, y'all talking about gameplay versus gameplay though. Like
because if we do that, because even now for Smash, people don't go back and play Brawl. They go back and play Melee,
right,
in
but
Ultimate because
this is
it's gameplay, not its story.
right. This is gameplay. Y'all talking about gameplay versus gameplay though. You're taking Smash Bros. Brawl gameplay versus Smash Bros. 5 gameplay. We already know Smash Bros. 5 gameplay is better. That's why I'm taking the story modes, the story mode and the adventure mode, because one has a story and one is just fighting. And y'all telling me y'all taking 5 over Smash Bros. Brawl
You're
story mode?
saying just the story though. You're talking about just the story we would take. Of course, you would take just the better story. But if you ask me which game I would take, I wouldn't take the game with the better story. I would take the game with the better gameplay.
Yeah, so
Which is
basically, you saying
Ultimate.
which one I would buy? I would buy Ultimate because it got better gameplay.
Right. Because okay, y'all just talking about the gameplay aspect though.
No, we're talking about
That's
the
what-
game.
The game entirely.
not- game.
Entirely, I'm not taking 5 over Brawl, bro.
I'm taking 5 any day.
I'm taking
Ultimate.
5.
I ain't taking 5 over
100
Brawl,
times
bro.
out of 100.
I ain't taking 5 over Brawl, bro. I ain't doing that. That's crazy.
Brawl gameplay was straight ass.
Brawl is the way more complete game than 5.
It's definitely not.
It definitely.
Brawl
bruh.
combat system was horrible. Bro.
I don't look.
No. Brawl's combat system was aight. The gameplay was aight. You can make levels, which was really cool. It had a
cool.
bunch of different modes that was really cool, and the story was magnificent. All
Way
that
more complete
said,
game.
It's not worth it for me to play a worser game, gameplay wise. It's just not.
It's a way more complete game. I will grab Brawl.
I would grab Melee before I grab Brawl.
I'm not touching no melee.
I would
I'm not
go
touching
Ultimate
no
Melee and then Brawl. Brawl is third on the tier list.
I ain't touching no melee. Nah, that's disgusting.
Hey man.
But I got stories. Stories are more important than gameplay.
All right. Well, obviously that's a good take. So, question: are we judging this like?
It
judging
kind
the
of be
takes.
off and on. So
How the hell are we judging this? Are we judging this
Judging the
on the
takes.
take, what
Yeah, the
it's
take.
saying,
the
or how
take-
good the take is?
Is how good the take is.
I'm confused. I don't know.
So in y'all case, this would be a bad take. In my case, this would be a good take because for me,
Okay,
stories
so
are more
that's what I was
important
saying.
than gameplay. For y'all, it's not.
I mean, I think it's a good take anyway, just because, like, to me, that's like the most important question, really, because both
I mean,
of them
that's
have to be great, but which
yeah.
one edges the other? It's like,
Pause.
in certain times, I could see where story is more important than gameplay. But
Shoot, half the people don't even watch story. Y'all skip dialogue.
it just isn't to me.
Because
personally.
if the dialogue is like, oh, okay, just like we were saying about side quests. If the side quest is trash, I'm skipping the side quest. If the dialogue is trash, I'm skipping the dialogue.
Welcome to MBU. We making the moves, we making the move. Tell them watch my moves. I make it look cool, I got the juice. Always like I'm Zeus. My jewels look like a pool. She choosy, watch what she choose. Wavy baby like a cruise. Welcome to MBU. We making the moves, we